Well, hello everybody. Gonna do a little video today. I've had crazy weather here. You guys heard talk a lot about the weather recently, but it rained and snowed yesterday like stinking crazy. It's the middle of March. It's unbelievable what we're getting here. We're on pace to set records for moisture this year. We're grateful for it, but I'll tell you what, I don't want to complain. I'm sick of the mud. Still got my backhoe stuck. Hopefully you guys seen that video. That was halfway entertaining, but yeah, it's just been crazy. I fed cows today. I have backhoes sliding all over the place. So we're grateful for the moisture. Hopefully it'll dry up one of these days, but the sun was out for just a minute, so I thought, well, I'll come out and do a little shooting. Got a rifle here. This is the Henry 22 lever action rifle. I think they called it the H1 in their catalog is the model number of it. And you know, these are neat little rifles. I'll tell you the story on this one. You guys hear me talk about the stories of the guns a lot, but when the Henry first come out with these, my dad was real excited about it. My dad's a big lever action buff and he likes the Western stuff. So he runs out and buys this rifle, and they had only been on the market a year or two. That's how long ago this has been. So he takes it home, is all excited about shooting it, loads it up, shoots about 5 shells through it, and the extractor malfunctioned. So he pulls his pocket knife out and digs the empty shell out and shoots another 20 or 30 rounds through it. And about every 5th or 6th one, he's got to pull his pocket knife out, dig the empty shell out. Well, he gets so dang frustrated with it, he puts it in the back of his gun cabinet and never pulled it out again. My dad had plenty of 22 rifles at the time. For him to go shoot and have fun with a 22 rifle, he didn't need this one. He just thought it was neat, so he bought it. It's been probably about a year ago now that I got a hold of this rifle, and I talked to my dad and says, "You okay if I try to fix it?" And he's, "Heck, do whatever you want with it." So I sent it back to Henry, and I'll tell you, I've got to give the customer service pretty dang good reviews on them, because it was around Christmas time and they only had the gun maybe 3-4 weeks at the most. So the turnaround time was good. They put a new extractor in it, never had it malfunction since. But with that experience, it left a little bit of a bad taste for these guns. I work with some guys that have bought Henrys in 357s, and the quality has been a little hit and miss. Not great. The good ones the guys have liked, had a little issues with them. So I think generally speaking, the customer service is good on them. The one guy I work with, he actually sent one back because it had a barrel issue, and they took care of it. So I wish their quality control was as good as their customer service. But anyway, you know, a lot of these new companies have these issues, so we're not going to sit and bash on them. You know, am I going to run out and buy a Henry? Probably not, but the beauty about these guns is they're available. I got a small local gun shop here, and they've got a couple of these on the shelf. They're reasonably priced. You know, hopefully you guys seen the Winchester 9422 XTR video recently, but I mean, you can't afford to buy those guns. I mean, or at least I can't. You know, just a working guy to go spend $1,000, $1,200, $1,500 on a 22 lever action rifle is pretty unrealistic to me. I think these are in the $400 range. I don't know for sure, but I think that's what they're at. I think for that money, these are pretty reasonable guns. Like I say, the customer service is good enough on them. If I was in the market for a lever action 22, I wouldn't probably be scared to buy one. Like I say, I've got this one, belongs to my dad. He don't have a lot of interest in it, so for me to go plink around with this, you know, he's fine with that. So it's one of those things that if a guy's interested in lever action 22, I'd probably recommend buying one of these. I've never shot this gun on paper. I've got it fixed, and kind of like what my dad did, I got it fixed, got it functioning good, and haven't spent much time with it. So today I got a couple different types of ammo. We're going to shoot some groups with it. If you guys see my channel, you know I like the old Federal Bulk 22 shells, the 36 grain hollow points. Had great luck with these in a lot of different guns, so we're going to try this today. Actually, we'll be shooting these first, and then the Mini Mag CCI. There again, this is known to be a really premium 22 shell, and so we're going to try 3 shots with this. If you guys seen the Winchester video, the Winchester didn't like the CCIs as well. Still reasonable, but it liked the Federals better. So I don't know what this one likes. I haven't shot it enough to even say, so we're going to take a few shots and see how it goes. All right, let's walk up and have a look. All right, guys, I am pleased as punch with that group. Of course, we've got 2 here almost touching each other. And this guy down here, you know, these are 1 inch squares. So, you know, that's, you know, under 2 inches slightly, but I'll tell you what, I am pleased with that 50-yard shot. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Like I said earlier in the video, I haven't even sighted this gun in, so I'm going to raise that side elevator up 1 notch and see where the next group is. But we'll mark these with the marker and see what the next ammo brings. Guys, well, you've seen that point of impact was pretty low. I'm going to raise this side elevator up. As you can see, it's about right in the middle of the road. So I'm going to raise it up 1 notch. And we'll see where that other ammo prints. But these sights are a little bit interesting. It's kind of a square rear notch. I'm not sure how well you can see that. And the front post is kind of square. Yeah, there you go. You can see that a little better. Yeah, see, it's kind of square. That's a little bit unique from what I'm used to. But anyway, I think a guy could get used to that. I'm really happy with that group. Hopefully by raising that side elevator up a little bit, that puts a little bit more point of impact to point of aim. So, you know, I just want to take a minute and tell everybody how much I appreciate you subscribing to the channel. Had a little bit of an uptick lately in subscriptions. I want to tell everybody I appreciate that. Looking at the analytics on the video, I've got less than 10% of my viewers that are subscribed. So if you're watching this, there's a 90% chance that you are not subscribed. So I'd ask you, please subscribe. Let's try to get the channel going a little bit. I got a lot of fun projects in mind. If we can keep the growth of the channel going, we can have some fun with some of this stuff. So I'm going to take 3 more shots and we'll see where they're at. You know, I got to give Henry a little bit of credit. That action is very smooth. It's I don't know if I'll say quite as good as the Winchester, but it's pretty dang smooth. It just has a really nice feel to it. Well, all right, guys, that's an interesting thing. So there's 2. About couldn't ask for better than that. I don't know if I'd even try to move that elevate or that windage. Look at this guy over here. That tells me there might have been a loosen up behind the trigger on that one shot. Let's go ahead and mark these guys. Okay, guys, I couldn't stand it. I got to move this elevator, the rear sight, just a little bit. It's shooting to the left. Hope you guys can see that. The sight is actually to the right just a little bit. What I did is I marked it with the magic marker, and see the fat side is on what I'd call the waist side of the line. So my mark is this point right on the edge of that Sharpie, and got my really precision side adjustment tools, a little couple pieces of brass stock. I'm just going to tap that over and try to move it just, you know, you guys have done this before. It doesn't take much. You move it, you know, 2 fingernail widths, that'll probably move it where it needs to go. I think that flyer was just me being me sometimes, I guess. But so we're gonna move it a little bit and take a couple more shots. Okay, guys, I moved that side over. As you can see, I don't know how much that is, 100 thousandths or something, not very much. But I'm going to take some shots with it right there and see where that point of impact went. All right, guys, so I moved that sight. We're going to take 3 more shots. I'm going to use this Federal bulk ammo. I mean, I've had great luck with it, and honestly, I have more of it. I've got a few hundred rounds of those CCI mini mags, and they work good. And I got a couple little semi-auto 22 handguns, and that's what I kind of save them for. So I got a few thousand rounds of that bulk stuff, so we'll see how that shoots. But we'll take 3 more shots. Yeah, I'm telling you guys, I'm impressed on how smooth that action is on this. I'm spoiled with that Winchester, but that Henry's pretty dang nice. All right, let's go have a look. All right, guys, well, there's 2 shots. There's a third. You know, that's a couple inches. Brought it over. I think I could drive myself crazy trying to get that centered. You know, it was over here, you know, and down here, the point of aim was here, and that, you know, that group is, you know, that'd have been about 2.5 inches to the right, or excuse me, to the left. So I moved that sight. Now I'm within an inch of point of impact. I don't think it's worth monkeying around with. I think we're gonna call this good. All right, guys, I threw a handful of shells in the mag. We're gonna just do some offhand shooting down to that 50-yard gong and see if we can hit anything offhand with it. But I've got to admit, I'm gaining a little bit of love for this gun. You know, earlier in the video I talked about when we first got it, the extractor wasn't working correctly, and it just give a bad vibe for the gun. And I never give Henry, honestly, a second look after that, just because that feeling I had. But I don't know, the more I spent some time with it, the accuracy's right there. I mean, if I spent some time with it, had a little better lighting, you know, a little more practice, I could probably shrink them groups up and, you know, be able to shoot 2-3 inch groups at 100 with it. Of course, you don't shoot at 100 with a 22. It's about a 50-yard gun. But anyway, I've gained a little love for this gun today on this video. So anyway, we'll take some shots at 50 and see how it goes. Well, we had a few hits down there. I got a big target and a small one. I took a few shots at both. Had some hits and misses. Anyway, if a guy's thinking about a Henry, tell you what, after today, I think I could recommend one. Before today, maybe not so much. So anyway, appreciate you guys watching. You know, I appreciate the comments. I've had a lot of fun conversations with gun enthusiasts, you know, through the channel. I tried to reply to all the comments, and it's really interesting when you guys tell me where you're from. Got a couple really loyal followers throughout the country, and it's fun to hear what people are doing in other parts. You know, guys, I think I had one from Canada recently, so that was a lot of fun. Yeah, let me know where you guys are from. It's fun having the conversation with people with like interests. So anyway, I talked about subscribing before. I'm gonna ask you again, if you haven't done it, please subscribe right now and leave some comments. Thanks for watching.